Hi everybody, Denise FARQUHARSON here. How you doing? Good to see you all, and I hope you're well and that you're keeping well. It's now the beginning of a new week. It's now day 10 of our Summer in Rome series, and we have done, 10 pieces of inspiration, motivation, direction for you to just help you stay on track, help you really look at some specific areas of your life, of your work, or of your business that can help you really transform and move and change and face those challenges in a very different way. So I'm just going to give you a few seconds for those of you who want to join. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you type in #replay and definitely pose any questions that come from this particular session today. So I'm going to cover 21 days out of Romans chapter 12 of 21 verses really in that chapter that really inspire, really motivate, are definitely connected to the corporate Christian woman, definitely connected to anybody actually who is genuinely looking to make changes in their lives and to do something different. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, and I really hope that you get the most out of it. And so we've gone through Romans 12, 1 to 9 already, and today I'm going to cover chapter 12 and verse 10. And this one is going to be a little bit different. Now, yesterday was quite interesting because we did a piece on deep tips. They were going to be tips, but I thought, my goodness, these are very deep tips. They are tips around love, tips about staying away from things that are wrong from a corporate or business perspective. And the third tip was about cleaving to that which was good. So sticking to and aligning with something that's really quite important for you. Those tips, I think, are really deep, and you could delve a lot deeper into them as well. Maybe I might do another session purely with one of those one at a time. We'll see, all right? But if you'd want to go back and just check the titles of any of the sessions that I've done so far, that will give you some guidance as to the types of things that I'll be talking about. I've covered things like pride and loyalty and talents, your skills, your abilities, whether you are a mentor or a mentee, and how you actually liaise with other people and just connect. And it's not just about people, but it's about how you think as well, and how you are as a person, as to how you are transforming and how you are managing change, of which all of us are in that position right now where things are changing all around us. And so we have to be adaptable where possible. So let me just carry on then with chapter 12 and verse 10. So this one, again, I say it's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be doing lots of reading for you if you don't mind, but it's 5 top things that I think are amazing that corporate works, businesses are doing with their workers and for their customers, their stakeholders as well, and how I want you to think about what they're doing, and actually it might give you some ideas, all right? So verse 10 says, "Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honour preferring one another." In some ways, that verse has got 3 things attached to it as well. But the bit I'm going to focus on today is be kindly affectioned one with another. With brotherly love. And the love that I'm talking about here is the love that I talked about yesterday, where we are connecting with each other, not being fake, not pretending to love, but genuinely loving. And this whole act of kindness is really quite a powerful thing, especially with the pandemic right now and with COVID-19 impacting so many countries across the world. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read out to you a couple of things that I've spotted that I think might be helpful and could be good tips for you, whether it's for your business or whether it's for your company, whether it's for your department, whether your department may want to start doing some of these things possibly, or thinking about it, because it's all about acts of kindness from a corporate Christian perspective. So the first one I want to read to you is about a company called Figs, who are doing a Threads for Threads initiative. And what this is all about is actually when the pandemic broke out, they are donating scrubs to a number of people who are in the healthcare profession and need that assistance. It's as simple as that. And the fact that they are doing it and doing it on a massive scale it has escalated their business. It's up to 3,000 sets that have gone out already, even in the last 2 months, which is just a powerful way of working and working differently and working with keeping others in mind with their kindness. So I can see some people have logged on here. Sometimes it shows and sometimes it doesn't. Hello, Rahila. Lovely to see you. And Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Lovely to catch up with you. Great. Okay, so as I go through this, if there are any questions, just pose them and I can see the comments now, okay? Right, so the second one is a company that is doing flower arranging. They're called Wild North Blossoms. And what they do is that normally they would get a request to actually send flowers out. And you'd think that maybe people would stop sending flowers, but they haven't. They've absolutely ramped up, and basically there is a tradition where there is a nomination to give flowers away. So you could nominate someone, a name of a person, and those flowers would then be nominated or given to the person that they nominated to. And again, they are inundated with requests for send flowers to this person, sending acts of kindness, being kindly affectioned one to another. Is that something that your corporate could do, your department could do, or something that your business could do during this time to show an act of kindness? Another one is actually, this one's quite cool actually. I like this one. Bird Rock Coffee Roasters. We don't have that in the UK. This one seems to be in, I think mainly in Canada, I think. No, sorry, San Diego. So Leslie, that's near you. Yay. And what they do here is that because a lot of people and the shops were now, cafes and restaurants were now closing because lots of people were not obviously drinking coffee, what they were doing is getting people to order the beans online, and the proceeds would then go and pay for the worker, who would obviously not be having their job right now because of COVID. But that meant there was income to the company, and it meant there was income for those workers as well. Now, whether it was a cut down percentage version of their actual wage, don't know, but it's the fact that the community have engaged and their regular customers have engaged with it as well, and have continued to do so even now. Then there is another company called Peace Collective who've been doing some things around giving out meals, basically. So their meals for the homeless, those who are suffering, those who are struggling, those who are not able to have 3 straight meals every day like a lot of us have, actually they are ramping up their homelessness initiatives and having acts of kindness from that perspective. Again, is that something that your department could do something like that or a little bit like that? And every time they actually sell a particular item of environmentally friendly item, for instance, it then means that they can allow someone else to have a meal, which is great. Again, another act of kindness. So I just want to plant those seeds for you, because by doing that, it will make you think about, well, actually, based on the way that my company works or my department works or the way that my business works, is this an act of kindness that I could do or create or start in my department? Or if it's just something that you could do in your community or in your team or in your family, there's lots of different ways to look at this that you could then start to have those acts of kindness. All right. There's another one that I want to share with you called Fragola, and they are a company who absolutely do some amazing food for babies. And what they do is they have actually been doing, gosh, how much is it? 6,500 containers of food that has actually gone out to families, especially families with younger children who still need to have wholesome food, because obviously that type of food, sorry, let me just put my do not disturb on because I forgot to do that, and I've got somebody trying to get a hold of me. There we go. Off. There we go. And yeah, so they're trying to serve wholesome food for children and babies and families. And that's just something that they are sorry, that camera was rocking away there. And that's something that they wanted to keep up, because obviously people need to stay well. People need to stay wholesome, keep up their vitamin D, keep their lungs clear, look after themselves from a strong immunity perspective. So it's really important that that company decided, you know something? Fresh food for younger children is absolutely important. So what could they do about it? And that's what they did. They turned that round and started to serve that more, and work with the parents even more. And especially when they were children who were vulnerable children as well, i.e. asthmatic, or have recently had tuberculosis or pneumonia or any of those sort of lung-related, lung-related diseases or illnesses. That was quite important for them as well. So I hope that just those examples of kindness will help you think about, hang on a second, what could I do, like I said, for your team or your family or your department? Or have you been thinking about some things and acts of kindness? Or have you even, let me know below now, have you actually started anything different that could be classed as an act of kindness in your team, or in your home, or in your community, or in your church? I'd be interested to see what those would be. I mean, guess what? Other ladies in the group could also glean from that as well and come up. It could spark some ideas for them. So please do just let me know below what those are, and let's share them. Let's share those acts of kindness, because what might work for you or not work for you might actually work for me, and vice versa. So it's worthwhile just sharing that with each other. So like I said, be kindly affectioned one to another. That's the piece that I wanted to focus on, and it can absolutely be done in any company, any team, any department, any function, any family, any community, just with your friends, just with your siblings, and even with your immediate family, or just with your next door neighbor. Just have a think, just really think and dig deep, because these acts of kindness are great. And guess what? Acts of kindness releases stress. It really helps you to just have those good vibes. It makes you want to be kind even more. It even lowers blood pressure. Yep, there's been scientific facts that it reduces blood pressure. Now, I'm not saying any of you got blood pressure. I'm just saying, if you might have a little bit of blood pressure, you might want to consider this. And actually, it adds to your happiness as well by being kind. All right. So let's just see what you've put there. Ladies, do share it. And I'll put this in the Corporate Christian Women group as well. And, you know, by all means, you might find actually this is a really good idea. And I will be kindly affectioned one to another that way. Let me just see. I've got some comments coming through. So Leslie's saying, I give my co-workers Starbucks gift cards monthly. Brilliant. Is Starbucks open now then? Yes, I guess the drive-throughs are open, aren't they? Brilliant. That's really good. Okay, so anybody who reads this, that's an example of where you could be kind and share that with other people. How about Sandra? I did a drive-by to a sister in church during COVID. Yep, brilliant. And a lot of people are still going to need that as well, so that could be a good example for others to consider. I buy my team a meal at the end of term / year. Great. And over here in the UK, we are starting to have some restaurants opening up now. Most of them are. How long that will be for, we don't know. So let's see how that goes, Sandra. But it is something that could be considered for sure. For friends, I make and give away meals or bake goodies. Amelia helps me. Fantastic. And that's lovely to be able to do that sort of hospitable, put it in a nice basket or make it all lovely and be able to give that away to someone. Again, a beautiful act of kindness for sure. And that's for friends. Great. Rather than a team. Right, Rahila, in my team, I normally keep beverages, sweets for us, or then yearly I do that. Few people do give that out to a few people in my community. Fantastic. And Rahila, just remind me, are you back in your office? Yes, I think you're back in your office now, aren't you? So you can definitely keep sweets and food in your office, whereas some of us are not yet back in our offices. So I have supervision meetings in a restaurant stroke coffee shop. Yes, absolutely. We've been doing a lot of get-togethers in parks and walks and having walking meetings and just showing acts of kindness there. And sometimes it can be we will take something to share with each other, and it could be home-baked goodies, Leslie, or Sandra, where it can be actually you can have a supervision meeting. Don't have to have it on Teams. You don't have to have it on Zoom. It can be that you can share and show those acts of kindness. And actually, I find when I'm out in the open or sat at a restaurant or laying things out on somebody's dining room table can give me so much more inspiration than physically being in a Zoom meeting or a MS Teams meeting or sitting in the office. So yeah, I hope you guys have got some ideas just from some of these examples that have just come in now, actually. In the meantime, any questions about it, just let me know. Put the comments below. Anybody watching on replay, #replay, and just ask any questions around, actually, because some people do have some bad experiences with kindness, okay? But do you know something? Just do it anyway. Just share and give and release yourself, because at the end of the day, it's what's coming from your heart and it's what the Lord has commanded. So do your best to make that happen for anybody, whether it's a team or your community. All right. I hope that's great. Catch you tomorrow for day 11 of Summer in Rome. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.